And here is Jeff.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, girl. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining me today. So you are our first non-therapist on Chit Chat with a Therapist.
Wow, I feel pretty honored.
You should be honored. So Jeff, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yes, I own a gym here in Cincinnati. It's a private studio, and my wife is a special victims detective here in Cincinnati. And besides my day job of getting people healthy and all that stuff, we created a women's empowerment safety course, which goes over the 4 aspects of how to live a safe life in this crazy, hectic world.
Nice. And now you also are famous for doing online personal training too.
Yes, I do online virtual training with a bunch of entrepreneurs. Some people may know, like Amy Porterfield, John Lee Dumas, Pat Flynn, Dana Malstaff, and a whole plethora of other people.
So all the cool kids I want to hang out with.
All the cool kids I get to see every day sweating and yelling at me.
There you go.
So that's how that works. But yeah, I do virtual training with people all over the world, between Dubai, Philippines, Puerto Rico, Canada, all over the United States.
Awesome. So what prompted you to do this course? Like, I know that your wife is in the special victims. Like, what was it that promoted you to do this?
The 2 parts. The first one was one of my clients. She's 31, lives by herself, and is an ER nurse. And so she came to me saying, "Hey, Jeff, can you show me some safety things to do? Because I have a lot of heroin addicts and druggies that come in, and, I just want to feel safe, when I'm there. But also I live by myself, and, where my neck of the neighborhood is, I'd love to know how to keep my house safe, like what dogs to get, that kind of stuff, so I can, just feel more comfortable in my own home." So that spurred my thought process. And then talking to my wife, and hearing the police side and the sexual assault side, just knowing how dangerous this world is, we decided to pool our knowledge together and come up with this course to really help people feel more comfortable wherever they are.
So one of the things that I know my family was worried about when I first started getting into private practice was being alone with somebody in a room.
Yes.
And you never know who that person is when they first come to you. I mean, you don't know their backstory. You don't know what kind of mental state they're at. So I know for therapists, that can be kind of scary, especially when you're first starting the practice. So what do you think is something that we should know about, safety, keeping us safe?
I guess the 2 best things would be, don't put any weapons in your purse, because anything you try to pull out, they will most likely try to take from you and use against you. So, Jenny is always saying, don't have pepper spray, don't have knives, unless you're really comfortable and, an expert in those weapons. Don't try to just carry them around to feel that it'll help you, because anyone that's going to attack you believes that they can overpower you, or else they would not attack you. Their, fear would eliminate that. So they're going to try and overpower you in that moment. Second would be, like in the video, we always say shock and awe. So just take the palm of your hand and strike right here between the nose and the upper lip. They will start to tear up, they will start to bleed, and they will be unable to see you. And then you just run like hell out the door, screaming, whatever you need to do. So shock and awe, and don't have a weapon that they can use against you unless you are 100% confident you know how to use it, that you can handle any situation.
Now, can you give us any tips about where we should be placing ourselves when in like our office setting? Should we be the closest one to the door? Should we be the one that's the farthest away from the door? Like, what do you think about that? You
want to be parallel to the door so you can have a clean shot. You don't want to have to jump over a table. You don't want to have to get things out of the way to get to the door, but you want to be equidistant, because if you are too far away from the door, they can stop you. But if you're too close to the door, then they're going to feel that you're leaving and you're not helping them in the therapy kind of setting. So equidistant is always going to be the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, because I know that in school they taught us, like, they might feel trapped, and you don't want them to feel trapped.
Yeah, you want them, well, and what you guys do, comfortability is going to be a main factor. So, but yeah, like when Jenny and I go to a restaurant, she always has to be facing an exit door. And she's like, there's just habit. And I'm like, it's fine. But yeah, always know where exits are wherever you are. Parking lots, restaurants, sporting events, anything like that.
And now what about leaving late at night? Sometimes we have sessions that end 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. What's one tip you can give us for that?
They always say park furthest from the door for exercise. I would park closest to the door. If you are in a parking lot setting, be the closest to either a stair or an elevator so you don't have a long time, and make sure it's well lit. Anyone that's going to attack you needs two parts. A, the art of surprise so they can jump you when they're not looking, and B, less lighting so other people can't see them. So they're most likely going to attack you when you're just about at your door, because that moment of you opening your door, you're not facing anybody else. You're looking at that. So they will come behind you, either push you in the door or say, hey, jump in or whatever like that. So if someone gets into your car, the easiest thing to do is to drive your car into something. Why? Because the airbag will deploy. They will be not expecting it, so they will be incapacitated. You know that it's coming, so you just take the brunt hits and then get out of the car and run, scream, do whatever you need to do. But crashing your car will deploy the airbags and allow you to get out safely.
This is really interesting stuff. Like, this is stuff I don't even think about. Like, I'm just like, doo-doo-doo. I'm just going home and completely oblivious to anything that's going on around me. So
now,
this is really interesting stuff.
The last tip I'll do, and all this stuff is in the course for sure, is the mindset between a knife and a gun. So if someone comes up to you with a gun, they are using it for power. So they don't really want to harm you. They want to just get you to either give you their wallet and keys, or kidnap you and use you for ransom or money, things like that. When they have a knife, that's usually more of the demented side of people. So they usually are the ones that rape you, stab you 18 times, murder you, that kind of stuff. So if they have a knife, the best thing to do is if they're like, hey, give me your wallet and your keys, throw it on the ground and then run. Because if you hand it to them, they have what they need, and then they will come at you with a knife. They're not going to run after you and throw a knife down the street. But if they have a gun, just hand them your wallet and keys and say, take it, and you start backing up slowly. They will run the opposite way because they got what they wanted. The power of the gun let them get you your wallet and keys.
Wow. So all this stuff is in the course.
All this stuff is in the course. The course total is about 2 hours worth of video, but we have a workbook that you can download and print out and take notes on, like what's the best dogs to have at your house for security? What are the security systems and what are Wi-Fi cameras and what are the difference for protecting your home? We have about 45 minutes of self-defense with me and my Taekwondo instructor and volunteers that came in. So you get to see how we would do it in a professional setting, but then how someone else does it. So you can see how we would correct it, what to do different, that kind of stuff. We go over the part, and then we go over the sexual assault just to learn the easy things to prevent something. So if one little tip for sexual assault is if someone, let's say you're out having drinks and a guy's talking to you and you feel a little uncomfortable about it, ask him to take a selfie with you. If he doesn't, then he doesn't want his face being recognized with you and therefore has ulterior motives to hanging out with you. Second, have him take out his phone and call you. Don't, put your number in my phone. Have him call you so that way you have a phone record. So God forbid anything happened, you can now go to the cops saying, hey, I got a photo of this guy and a phone record. They can then apprehend him a lot quicker than having to get surveillance, interview other people, try and, lock down this guy that was bothering you that night.
Nice. And so how can people get their hands on this course? Well,
you're going to have the link that'll be posted up here, and they can go, read through the information page. And then if they like it, click, yes, I want my spot, and sign up right there. They'll have instant access to the course.
And I think this would be a great thing for a therapist to be able to offer to some of their clients too, because I know some of our clients have had traumatic experiences, don't feel safe. And this could be something that they could offer to them too. Look this is an online course. It gives you a lot of information.
Lots of information from experts. Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome.
We cover everything on safety. It covers home safety, public safety, self-defense, and then sexual assault. So everything a woman would need to protect herself in this day-to-day world, we have it covered. So you now have the knowledge and now no one's ever going to be 100% safe, but at least when you have the knowledge, you'll know what to do in a situation.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Jeff, for joining us today.
Yes, you're welcome.
I'm sure plenty of people are going to want to take this course after they hear what you have to say about it.
All right. Well, thank you, girl. I appreciate it. And let me know if you have any questions, guys.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.